So we have added that one, and then we can see we have a mobile view and desktop view. When we go to mobile, everything is just okay. When I click here, this one works. If I go back to desktop, we expect this one to be like the design we have specified. Okay, let's see the design. The design is coming from here, you see. But we can see one thing, the image is fully, not only on the part of the uh, it doesn't cut the screen here according to 10 over 12 of the screen frame ratio. So that means the class we have specified in the detail, we have to push it outside. The banner should be outside the class declaration. That means here have this banner, so the class here is okay, but the 10 pixels here, okay, let's say this is banner, and then have this define this one here, the width property. The width property, and let's see the banner itself. Class block detail, we got this one here. So let's have one more class here, or the React fragment. Just pass this fragment, and then for that case we can pass the banner out of it. Sorry, Control Z. Okay, pass the React fragment here, open and close empty tag, push this one down, click on your alt and just pull it down here. Then next, push this one outside so that it will not throw an error, and then leave this one for the rest of the contact to be there. Now if we save, you'll see something similar to that. So let's see. You see, we have got this one taken all screen, but our headline here maintain the 10 out of 16. It will continue straight from this line up to done with the rest of the contact. If you go back to our mobile view, let's see, there's nothing has affected there. Everything's looking good and working perfect. So that's the first thing we can do with the image. So for this one here, it's supposed to have the background, but remember from the default we have added this background blue there, but it's easy, we can remove it also. But let's focus first of all on our next content. But we need to pull this one, pull it. Let's say we have this banner here, then within the banner here, let's say we want to fetch the information of author. Let's see who is that author. We just pass the JavaScript, the JavaScript script curly brace. We pass post dot author like this. We can get the real author. Let's see from our local database, what do we have there as a utils locals. We have the content here, so we have author. Okay, it's author, AUTHOR, and then we have the time, and then we have the category, and then we have the author profile. So we have such other stuff like this, and then we have the image itself. So that means within our banner here we can get it as a author, but I'm getting this error saying blog props is missing a prop validation. Just click on quick here if you are getting this error there. Click on disable for the entire file, just like this error will go. And now if you go back, and then the title here was let's say local, what was the name, have description for that one, have the ID Lawrence description. We did not add the title, and you should have a title. Okay, that one is supposed to be added there, then the author will come out from that. So let's see, let's first see the author has been changed. So here the author here say Ali. Let's go back to blocks here, let's click the author, all here is all is Ali. Okay, let's rename one to different names so that we can see the changes is being passed. So let's say number one here, here's the number one, it's called Ali. Let's change this one to John the Great, John the Great. Then let's change let's change the second one to Chris, and then let's add this one Christopher's. Okay, here let's change this one to Josephine, like this, and then let's change something here like Mark, and then here let's change this to Isaac. Okay, something like that. So let's see whether it will change or not. So the first one here, we are going to start with this one. When I click on this one, you see the author here itself is saying John the Great, and it's fetching live, so we did not put that. So if you want to get this on the headline also here, we're supposed to pass it in our local database bus. So we are going to pass this one direct into our Sanity content management. Then if I try to go to this, I find here the author is Christopher, meaning it's fetching this data based on its ID, which is pulling up here, because every data we're having different ID there. Okay, so if you see the ID here is changing different, but we have block detail slash the ID. If this ID end in FNYC, let's check the second one. Let's check this one, Josephine. You see the ID immediately changed to TRV. The ID is unique, and then we are getting this one fetched from there. So if I want to get how many minute ago, like how many minutes ago, days, months, years, I can pass it here, but we need a real data. Okay, so the library is called moment, but we are going to use the real data to pass this one there to calculate for us how many minutes has gone. Then next thing is to continue with the rest of the development. So if you see the design very well itself, okay, the design here has nothing much different. So here is just pulling the full information here, the other detail. We are going to pass them into a block that will contain even pictures, whatever I want to pass. And then next, this one is depend if your blocks have anything. That's why we will use Sanity. It has so many other activity we can do. We can make this one the size different, whatever we want. Then let me say up to here will be, we are just going to have one div, okay, down there. That one div will have the block content, and the other one will have this sidebar navigation. Okay, so we have to use some grid system and call span to get the space we want. So let's go back here, go back to block detail. Here is the block detail. Down the block detail we have everything we want down here. The first thing, 15 minutes, right, Isaac? So here we pass this property. Are you guys getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
we are going to get the grid system here. First of all, we have to say grid here. After grid, we can define by default. Okay, we are going to say from medium and above, we are going to have only 3 columns. So grid dash calls dash 3. After I pass this one into column of 3, then we can have 2 different div here. This first div here, let's just say this one will be for our block content, like this. Then the second div will carry this block sidebar. We'll just come back to it shortly. But there is one problem. If you see very well, let's give them different backgrounds so that we can see the size of the space we will take, because we only want big space for our block content and small space for the other one. So we are going to say a bg property of blue dash 100, and this one will be gray, bg gray dash of 100. So now if we go back and try to see from the screen, you can see we are getting this one, and here, and this space here remain like that. Let's see what could be the problem. When we go to small, it goes on top of each other. So we see the first property here, we have column 10, 12, margin automatic. This is good. And then here the columns of 3, okay, let's say column of 2 to give equal space. So now we get equal space. This is 10, this is that one, good. But I want this one to be small, so we are going to push the call span. So since we have 3 here, this one's 3, and then the first one here, which is this one for the block content, is we take 3, then I will add here something called call span. It says class name, sorry, it's a class name, calls span of 2, then the rest remain 1. Let's check it. The calls span of 2 to 1. Let's add this one first of all to leave the issue of string. 2 calls span will be 1. I think the call span is wrong written. Let's see. Yeah, you see. Now if you go back here, this one is able to take the 2, and then this one take half. So let's say our 2 to 3, and see. You guys can see here, this one has taken 2 space and this one only has taken small space. So this one here reserved for our sidebar. Okay, if you guys can see from the design, we have this sidebar here. It's reserved for 1 out of 3. Then the 2 here, the addition of the other 2 is going to remain for our block content. That's why you guys can see here the screen with different color. I hope you guys are seeing my screen here. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we are not going to waste more time here on block content because we are going to fetch this one directly and everything. Sorry, I'm not applying on the time of light. Okay, that's good, dummy. And then we have here block side here. You are going to focus more on it because this content is going to be pulled from internet, and we just from the API, then we just post the rest of the news here. Okay, let's work on the sidebar. But the question will come, what will happen if you are in the mobile screen? It's going to behave this way, and we want this one to take the full screen. So we can say the call span only will happen when we are in the desktop screen. So you go and call span here, say let it be only for the condition of small laptop and above, like this. If you go back to our small devices, you see everything is balanced. If you go back to desktop, okay, we have to add that on to our mobile view there. The hell is this? So if you go back here, Control Shift plus I.
So there was a mistake.
Call back. LG, then type DC work in its place. And then like this, it goes well when we are on desktop. It goes well. If we go back to our small screen, everything is going to be balanced. Okay, so let's build our sidebar here. Let's focus on this one. First of all, we are going to give one equal space to all of them by moving this side like that. Let's also make it in the mobile format like this, so that we can see everything well. Let's pass our content here. So here is the margin, so let's just add here, if you want to pass a gap here just meaning a space. Okay, gap of 4 is just okay for that. And then within everything, within everything here, sidebar is what we'll be working on it. So let's see here and we start working on that one. So add one more div. So the first div is going to be for, you need to check the design by the way. So this is the design. We need to build this card here, okay, these small cards that have follow, and then we put the social media, and then we put this one. This is what we are going to build. So let's pass it like this, and let me pull this one in the middle center a little bit here, and then let's do this one quick as possible. So this is the content, the first one. So we have h1 there, we say follow us like this. After follow us, we have a div, that have a social button. Let's call it a social underscore buttons. Within the social button we have Instagram, Facebook, everything there. So leave this one first of all, we are coming next to it. It will be the next to be implemented. After this div, yes, we have that subscription something. It's just a p paragraph. Just using p we have a strong enable us to differentiate other text direct. So it says here subscription like this. Then the rest continue within a paragraph here. So you can add the lorem ipsum, or how many words, 8 words like this. Then after that one we have the input here, one input. Let's make it in form of form just to make it easy. It's just like a form with no action, but within you can pass an input like this. That input is going to be text. It say placeholder exist, which say enter your email, then pass 1 2 3 dot like this, or no dot is okay. Then it contain a button, okay. That button have the word subscribe with a text, with the space between the text subscribe, also in capital letter, subscribe like this. So that meaning here we are going to add, first of all, is a type. It's going to be submit. It will submit the email to database. And the next thing will be adding some CSS classes. It's going to have a bg property of black, and then the text inside should be white. It's going to be capital, that's why add uppercase. We have a tracking property of wider, give that space between the letters, letter A, U, B, C there. And then we have a p property of 2, okay, p property of 2. After p property of 2 you have one input down. It's like by clicking you agree to the terms and condition. This guy put the design wrong, so that one should be before the button, okay. Before the button you can put this input here. The input, it has a type of checkbox, check box. Then after that one, this one is supposed to be in one div, okay, because we want to flex it. So let it be here, input. Then down the input you have the p property, which say by agree, something like that, but we are passing the lorem here, just lorem of 10 words is okay for that one. Then here we will flex it, flex item should be center. We come back to it, and then down here everything, that's what we are supposed to get. So let's see first of all what can we see in the other side, then we will continue by seeing everything live. So remember we have this one here, and then the secondly, this is our code. So this is what we managed to get, but we need to have the social up here, that's why I leave there. Then we have this one here. So let's first of all give a space between the check box, okay. Let's mark it require, you cannot escape before you click on that one. And also this input here, this input here itself, it's going to be required. Okay, save this one there. Next, the button here, let's start from down. The button itself is going to be full of the screen. We take full screen, and then so width, not height, width, w. We take the full screen, and then it will give enough space, okay, between the paragraph of the condition given there. So the space is going to be the my of 2. Push it down, and then between the checkbox and this paragraph here, we can add some css. That is, margin to the left should be 2. Push it from that one away. Then also for the input here, input for the email property should have a css classes here, space, and then put cm class. First of width should be full. For that one, it will have a padding property of 2, and then we can see the entire this one here, follow us, this one here should have a p property of 4, so that it can, no, the m property of 4, no, p of 4, first of all, p of 4, padding inside. Then we can have the margin top and bottom to separate it from everything else. Margin top and the bottom should be also of 4 to cut it apart from other stuff that may come on the way. So now if you try to push it in the large screen, you can see something like this coming on the way. So anyone is still having doubt here? Then for the
No, sir.
checkbox and this one, the input, there must be a space also, so we are going to have that space. So if you go back here, we have the checkbox, block content here, it remain there, follow us, and then we have the social media, we are going to pass them here. Then after that one, we have subscription.
Sir, the class is about to end.
How many minutes?
It's ending right now.
10?
Some seconds.
Some seconds. Oh,
Less than 5.
less than 5. Good. Let's resume recording. So we have managed to deal with the first one here, this one here, follow us, but we need to do some other stuff. You see this box here, this tick box here is not aligned together with the lorem ipsum, so let's try to centralize it by adding item center properties to that css, okay, that div class, div html element. Here we have to add input type bottom class div. Here's the input checkbox. So here I have flex item center. Oh, have a padding and the input. Okay, input have flex item center. It works. That one is already added, but here it's not working. Let's put it in practical. Bring it this side. Control Shift plus I. Let's see now. So let's remove the item center just by remove any one letter from this. Let's see. It doesn't make sense here. Okay, center, no change. So we are going to do like this. This one we can pass it inside a div, like this, and then this paragraph too. Just see what will happen. Save, and then let's remove the flex out. It will be like this. Let's that flex to make it into the row. By default it's already straight. Okay, just leave that one there. So we have to pass the p property here, py of 4, to distance them like this. The same thing for the input here. So the input, remember, it will have the value. We pass this one later. It will also have on change property. On change property, we can leave this one empty, and it has a name property. It's going to be email, and then the type is going to be email. It will take email because we want to subscribe the email to database. Just send that email to be there. Then the class name for this one will have p of 2, py property of 4. Give a space up and down. Not py, going to be my, sorry, the my property, like this, to give a space. And then the same thing for the subscription. If you see the word here, subscription, is just tied together with the word lorem. The first one is bold and the other one is not bold. So to deal with this one, to give a one space only between the subscription and the lorem here, what we can do here, we have this one here, strong, and it end there. So after this subscription, okay, there is this way how to put a space. It's end, you type dot end number nb space sp, then you put colon there, semicolon. You see the space is created automatic. Then follow us here is going to have a margin, top and bottom. Here it's going to have a margin, not margin, cn is going to have a margin property of 4 also, to give space there. Then down here we have put the button for the social icon. So we are going to do like this, to make it in a very good way, maybe, okay, we can put it within this file, or we can put it in our blog local database there. But at the end, we're going to remove all the local base. So let's try to just add this one direct, an anchor tag. So this one will give us the directory. So the first one is going to correspond for Facebook. So we can say https, okay, colon / www.facebook.com, like this. Then we have a redirect. When we press on the button of Facebook, we want to open in the next window. We don't want to be in the same thing, like to overwrite our web app. We need to move direct to Facebook but different door. So we have to add here target property of blank, like this, blank with the n, like this. Then within this one here, now we have to list our icons here. So let's add here font awesome Facebook. Let's see, Facebook, it's there, coming from font awesome. Now if I save this one, you can see I have this Facebook here, small. Hope you guys are seeing.
Yes, sir.
We have seen this small Facebook coming there. Before we add the rest, let's first of all give a space between that Facebook and the down one. By having this word here, follow us, let's make it just bold, font dash bold, just for the basic. Then the Facebook itself is going to take the blue color because our design is mostly dealing with the blue. Let's add this one to text dash blue dash 700, like this. The Facebook is back to its color. And then the size, let's have one size that can go for all of them. Let's say the size here is going to be at least 25. Let's say 25. Yeah, 25 is better. Then it's going to be flex because there will be a lot of anchor tags within. So let me remove this social out. Let's just say here is going to be flex, and they will be all in the center, and at the same time they will go and flex row. in case no, but there are not many, there are 5. So let's say flex item center. First of all, for this one, let's just give a padding bottom of 4 so that it can balance. We'll do like this. The subscription and the follow up has balance for us. So next is to duplicate this one. Just duplicate this one, shift alt. I want to copy this one 4 1 2 3 like this. If I save, you see there's a lot of Facebook there. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is to get the rest of the social icon. We have the Facebook, we need to get WhatsApp. It's coming from phone awesome WhatsApp, like this. The WhatsApp is there. Then I want to get Twitter, phone awesome Twitter, this one. I press save, the tweet is out. Then maybe email, I can get this one, envelope, phone awesome envelope, like this. I save, everything is out. Then I have to give a space between them here. So this one will require individual inline style. Let's say I have this one here. Okay, I'm going to do like this. Let me scroll this up. Okay, 1 2 3 4, it's possible. So here I'm going to add class. Just I will press on my alt here, the second one here near the href. I will press it also near each href, like this. 4 can be typed at once. So I can give a class cn class property. I can say add margin to the right of 4. Let's see. If I do like this, everything seems to be okay, but maybe I have to do some other styling style, like maybe when I click on it, so when it's hover like this, I want to when it is hover, I want to add what the background is not to be add. Click. Let's first only give one just like this. Don't complicate this. Let's see here, this mobile view. Let's see on desktop, and I try to bring here. Okay, it's even changing into pointer, so no more wasting time. This one looks perfect. Let's move to the next. Okay, and then remember this one, we should have the margin top and bottom for all of them. So let's go back to our block content, grid of row. Here make margin automatic for all of them. Next is here, I say margin top and bottom should be over 8 to separate it from the banner that we have on top there. So if I go like this, it looks perfect. Okay, so any question, we are moving to next sidebar item here. And then to make it good, okay, to make your design good without complication, we are going to break them into component. So the one for block content here, we are going to pass it here in the component here. Create one more folder, call it a block content. In that block content, create this file there, block, okay, block with G content, like this, .jsx. Then pass rafce like this. Then this one, take it and replace it in the block detail with the block content what we have here. Go and replace this one only with that, so that we can continue passing the information there. Then the same thing for this one here, which happen to be the sidebar. So we are going to create a sidebar and then move this one also inside. So let's see, from this one to block content. Okay, we are going to cut this one out, starting from this up to block content. Where is block content? Here, cut it out, Ctrl X, then replace it only with the sidebar 1. We are going to have so many sidebar 1 like this, then save it, then go to your component again. Here, create a folder, let's call them site bars. Then within the sidebars there, we can add sidebar 1 here, sidebar 1.jsx, just to simplify everything, RAFCE like this. Then within the sidebar 1 here, replace them here with this, and then you need to go and import the component. So the component, they were here, so the social icon, and then import it also on top. Oh, I did not save it, sidebar 1. Let's see, it was maybe not well written. Go back here, replace with this one, retype 1, and then import it. Then on top here, you're going to export this one to sidebar 1. On the top here, you can just paste it and then save. Now if you go back, everything looks the same, no different, because we just don't want to complicate the design. Then we are now going to move to sidebar 2. So instead of continue adding, this one is going to get messy somewhere. Okay, so that's why the component comes in side tab of frameworks. So we go back here, sidebar 1 is there. We are going to add the second sidebar 2 dot JSX RAFCE like this. So let's go and add this one there to our block detail. So within the block detail, we have sidebar 1. We are going to add sidebar 2 here. Yes, sidebar 2. Then close this one back. So now we are going to see what should we add in the sidebar 2. So if you go back here, okay, Twitter, if you scroll down, you see there is sidebar 2 here. They are not following this one. That means we have copied the whole div that's supposed to be this div here. Where is sidebar? Sidebar. See, we have this one here for grading system. So we have made a mistake. There is one div here. There's one div here. This div will be like this. And now if you try to check it, you can see sidebar 2 is going to follow this one. So if you see, the strategy here is very simple. We have this block content here, and we have this one here. So this one itself takes the calls of 2, this one takes calls of 1. Okay, but in the mobile view, they behave the same thing. So let's go and continue adding the content here. We have to check the design. Next is what? Hope you guys are following.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's bring this side. The next is going to be the latest blog. So this one is going to show only the title and the date, okay, plus time, how many minutes has go, years or months. So we are going to have this one here. So the latest is the title, then we have this small picture there. If I want to get this picture also as possible, I just click on this one double time, it will show me here. No, double, remember you are in design, click this one double, and then this, no, this is not the one, the image is here, So if I double click on this one too, it will show me the option here of download, but I'll click on export. Is the best idea. Export this one, it's called export frame. Click on that one. If I do like this, I can be able to localize it in the folder where it's downloaded. Then I can just Ctrl plus X to cut it out from there. Then I move back to my project. I can go and add this one to the public and then paste it there like this. I can just rename it to latest, just like this. It's just fair. And then close this one back, go back to my project. I have this sidebar too. I just go to this one here and say I will use this one with the CSS. It's fine, but what are the content? So I have the H1 here. We say latest post, latest post or blog. Latest post is fine. Maybe I can make them capital letter also. CM tracking dash wider. Let them be white space. Let them be uppercase. Let them be bold. Let it be black. By default is black. And then next, this image needs to be added there. So class name, you can call this one latest. Just like this is okay with me. Copy this one, go back to your CSS, index CSS, close the contact. Blog detail is okay. Block 1 you can close. Content you can close. This one too. We are here in CSS. Down the CSS, I can maybe add here sidebar. Just comment to give you the idea what's going on. This one's going to be for sidebar, yes, sidebars. Then I can pass this class here. I have the image property. I don't want to worry. Just copy this here and repaste it here. After you repaste, just change this one to latest, but remember to confirm. It's easy to make mistake. Latest is fine. So let's go and see whether it will work or not. So here we go. Our image is somehow showing. Then remember we have this padding issue there, which was given of 4 down and bottom. So let's say we will do the same thing here. We have the padding property inside here. Starting from this H1, we will have one more div. No, from the latest itself. Okay, leave that on. Latest, go to the image. After the image, we can have that p property of 4 to everything inside there. But image, except image, remain normal. Okay, so this one here will be like that. In case if you want to also add this one also to the image, no issue. We can see the latest here is corresponding to this button here of the subscribe, so it's correct. In case if you want to add this one also to our image, no issue. We can just do like this. Latest will go inside and then this p will go out. So add this one out like this. It will make that different. You see, everything is correct and centered the way we want it supposed to be. So then we can continue adding the content. Let's put it side by side now. No, this side, this one like this, and then Ctrl Shift I like this. Then we can scroll up here. Let's add from 100% to 50% so that we can see. No, 75. So it's showing down here. So you guys can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we need to do this one. Let first of all use this one instead of that one. So So if that is the design, then I have to first push this one to resize this one here. Okay, like this. It's going to look very small, but it's capturing. So here we have this one, the latest. Let's go to our Visual Code Studio and pass this one, Ctrl plus B, the latest. You see here, latest post, all the same. Down, what this one is supposed to be outside the picture. So we have P4, we have H1. So take this one here, X1 here, cut it out, put it here. It will be on top of the image. Then within the image here, this one will add the first. That means the latest text, the latest headline of the news which was just published now, it's the one going to be in the card. As long as we push another one, it will push that one down, and then the latest will be keeping on there. Just you can see 2 minutes ago, like 1 second, some few seconds ago, it is the one going to remain on that block. So I will show you how we can condition that one later when we are pulling them from database. So we have that P property. That P property have a py of 4 or p of 4 cn. There's a cn property of p4 everywhere is 4. Then within that one we can pass the lorem of 10 words only, and then down this one we can have another one div, not p. That div contain two property. One is going to take the date, and the other one is going to be second, and it has the icon of time there. So let's see how we will get that one. It's a clock icon, by the way. So let's say we will have two different stuff there. Let's add the 2D for just to avoid that. Let's have the copy of this one and paste it. The first one will handle the date. We are going to code it, but later it will be the dynamic one. It's going to be like, let's say June, just what's there, June 21st 2022. Just make it 4, okay, not in June. Then next year we can have the 2 minutes ago stuff. 2 minutes read. Ago is the best. Like this. Then we just need to flex it first of all. Flex it, itemize them in center, and then within this one here we are going to have an icon coming from awesome. Let it be a clock. Let's see, clock, like that. Then let's pass this one like this, close it because it is a self tag. You go and close twice, you don't need the last one here. Close this one and then remove the text out. So confusing. Let's see, first remove okay, like this, close it, then here phone awesome clock, like this, save. Then I want to have a space here between the 2 and the clock itself, so I can add like end number is NB, is space is SP, then semicolon. If I do like this, it will give me space there. Then down here is the collection of the one which is already just like the same thing have, but down here they are in different background, so they have their background different. These are the next news coming. So let's see here, we have June 1st, this one here, the latest, having this one. So I'm just going to copy this one, copy from where the end shows here, copy this one, and then first of all give them a margin from the top here, margin top of 4. Click on this one, see the last is here, copy this one here, then remove the image out, remain the margin top of 4, empty, empty property of 4. Let's see what we will get, because we are going to continue changing that one. Then from the June, the end of the June, have space here, space is end, number B, space P, colon, then I want to pass this underscore there. Then let's get back to our design and see whether we are getting what we want or not. So this is it, and then the one in the image, which is the latest, they have to be white. Where is the latest here? Margin of T. Then here we can change them to be white, text dash white, like this. And then let's see this P and this one, why are they not moving? Since we have the 4. Okay, flex item center. This div, that div, flex item. Okay, let's take this one first of all out. Save this one. Let's see image here, and this one. Let's pass the 2 here. Let's remove this one even. Remove this one. Make this one inside P, and then pass the 2 there. And then let's see. Here we can add the flex. They are becoming somehow. And then the image of that one is okay. Flex. Then from here where we add the space and number of the space like this. So we get that one from down behind in this one, and then from here I can get space too. Or let's justify content to separate them. So item center, justify should be between, to give a space. And then this here also must have a P property or the PX property of 4. Keep them in the same range. Not X wait, flex, they touch the center. Let's say 2 minutes, and the time is not correct. Let's go and say 2 minutes, and time we have flex. Item should be center, and then this one here we can pass a class to it by saying margin to the right should be 4 to give space. The 4 is too much, let it be 2. Yes, we get that one. And then we get the one for time is correct like this. And then next is they have to be the same like the P property, which is up here. The P property have the P tag of 4, so let's add here P of 4, P dash 4. So if you do like this, they are all inside and seems to be okay. Then we're just going to copy this one and replace with the down one. So we have the P property and the flex to replace all the times that is going to come from database. We're just putting the sample, but it's going to come out from the database. Let's just go and replace with the only div for the time here. Let's do this one and save. Now everything seems to be okay, and then it has the background property, because if you see the design here, Ctrl Shift plus I, let's see the design. It's in the browser here, this one. Let's try to expand it. So if you expand here, you can see there is a gray background. This gray background, for if I double click very well, it's a background of FA. Let's copy this one. copy this one, and then 1 2 3 4 we are going to copy that one with the tag. That means when we click on this one here, it's going to take us to the news detail. It will open it here, the detail of that news for us. So we are going to condition also, we don't need all of the news here. We are going to choose the 5 latest one. If you have 10 or 20, they are already red, they have to be down, to not show here. We will condition this one later on using a query language, Grok query language. And then I think this is okay. Let's go and just finalize it from the real here. Let's first of all change the background here. The background is supposed to be this, I think, FAFA, and then this will have the background white. Let's go. Let's say here we are going to pass this background bg dash. It's a custom one, you can pass with the hashtag all, then we can just close it back. Let's first of all have our real project side by side like this. Make it Ctrl Shift plus I so that we can see. So we can see here this one is coming, but I want to give a background of white to the one which is out of the box, out of the picture. So let's say this one here is out of the picture. I will just give it a background of white and see bg dash white. Let's see what different are we gonna get. So you can see here. Now let's expand this one. Ctrl Shift plus I. You guys can see here this one is having a white background, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's duplicate this one and set it in a real common stuff. Copy this one from here, highlight it from there up to down here. Just press on Shift Alt arrow down and have the copy of it. It will be 2. It's okay for demonstration. So you can see here, this one here have the white background, and this one also have the white background. Only here is staying in the that particular stuff. So any question so far? Hello?
No, sir.
Alright, we are almost there. Next, let's see what do we have to do after passing this here. Oh, we are done with this one here. So the next thing is going to be this part here. So this part is going to be within a block detail, but it's only carry the share stuff here, share, and then we have the comment. It's going to show how many comments are inside, and then we are going to see someone who wanted to sign up for our newsletter. We have signed up so many places, it's not going to work for us this one because I have subscribed already. Then we can have the same copy of this one. We're going to move down here, and then we are done, so that we can end the session. Tomorrow will be the fetching data from, we are going to create our database and then fetching data between them. So let's say down here we're going to put this one here, number view, and then some you may like the same thing. We're going to just pull it from local database and put it down here. Let's finish this part. Okay, let me see the time.
Okay, sir.
How many minutes there?
It's not yet showing. Still enough time.
But I'm sure 15 minutes is okay for that one. So I can see that one is almost done. Let me come here and see where we have our grid system. Where does it end? It ended down here, so I will add this data section here. So it's going to be a block section for comments. Then down here I can create comments, so I have to pass comment also using the component. Component will give you headache, but it is the best way of practice. I'm going to say this on comments like this. Using the comments, I will have a file called comment itself. Comments.jsx area ce. Good. Then within a comment we can have, if you guys wanted to go and add that subscribe by putting first name, last name and email, is the same thing we are going to do with the one in the bottom there in our footer. It's the same thing, but if you guys feel to add it, no issue. So that one. Then next we are going to create this folder here. Create the folder within your component, name it some you may like. Let's just call it latest blog .jsx. Then within we can pass that one file there, latest blog .jsx refce, like this. This one is going to contain cards, and then it's going to show 3 at the moment, and then when you click more it will redirect you to the blocks to show you all the rest of the other blocks. So down here we can be able to reconnect them there. So let's first start connecting them here. Let's go to blocks detail, then this section here we are going to render two. One is this one, it will be down of the comment, and then comment itself will be on top of this one. Let's add here comments. It's coming from comments, this one here, double dot, save this one. So now if we try to see down, they are down here. Good. Our call span is there, taking 2 1 in the left right hand side, and then this one continue following top of each other, so they will follow the same criteria. Let's see how the design looks like for the comment. For the comment, if you can check it very well here, it's just following in the center, it's not going to move to the other side. And then it has this line here, but we have the social media app already. This guy has just confused things already. That one is not important. Let's just put comment here. Comment is all about the name of the person who have comment, and then the word he has said about it, and then the time which was taken by the time he was creating that comment. So let's say for the comment section we can do like this. We can add first of all one h1 here. So let's just add div to protect our app. Let's say we will have h1. That h1 is going to say comment, but we're not going to just say comments. Maybe it's just one. Why do we want to risk saying comments when it is only one? So this one will use a conditioning rendering to avoid that issue. First let's make it bold. Let it be the bg of black, and then let it be white, text dash of white, and then let it be like that. So since it is I'm giving the design, I think I can Ctrl Shift plus I to make it good. I can handle this one. So first of all, the word comment should go in the center, so I can add this one by text center like this. Then it will have the padding y of just padding of 2 everywhere. If I want to make that one rounded, it's good, but in the design it doesn't show rounded. So let's say here how many comments, let's just say here 10 comment exist, something just like this. It looks good. Then we continue down the comment. What do we have after this h1? I will have the h2 here. Here is going to have the image. The image circle is not going to be the image of the person, okay? It's just going to be the avatar. So this will be our avatar. It's going to have an image img like this. Let's see, I put some image there, I think bg1 banner latest zip. Let's check this image. No, bg no. I'm going to okay, let me just use this one just for demonstration. First of all, banner, I'm going to use this one for demonstration. Control plus B. Let's add this one slash banner dot png like this. Then the alternative is going to be logo, avatar, sorry, avatar, like this. And then I will just try to add class to this one, make it a width of 50. That 50 I have to pass it to a custom 50 like this, px alt, and then close this one. Then I have to make it rounded full like this, and then the height of 50 also. Let's see whether it will bring meaning. The height should be in a custom format, that is 50 pixels. Then let's close it back. Okay, it's coming there. And then this div will have a py property of 4 to separate it from that one here. Then when we have the name, the image of the someone, the person, sorry, we are going to add here the p property. That p property is going to carry the name. Let's go here, Alison. Okay, now it has the name. Let's first try to bring them together by flexing everything. After we add that one, let's try to give some space to this one here. cn, we can say text dash 3xl to make it big. 3xl is too big. Let's add 2xl like this, and the text will be somehow gray or 400 like this, not that black, but not background, text. Change bg to text like this. If you do like this, it looks good. Then it has to be bold, font dash bold. After bold, I have to put a space. So the perfect way, I can just add either margin to the left of 4 like this, and then the entire comment itself must have the 50-minute, right? P property of it 4.
Yes.
Good, we are finishing using that one. So we get this one here, and then down the name, then we have the comment, what the person say. We can put this one here and add strong by saying say, like Alison say like this. Then his words continue. Then down the say itself, I have to pass it within a div so that I can be able to customize them. So within this one, when I pass div here, I'll first pass this one on top, then down I'll pass a p. They say this is what I say, Lauren of 20 words. Press enter. When I press it, you see they are falling under one flex design. So this one I have to pull it out of that box by bringing it down to this one. Now if I do like this, the name will remain up, and what I just say, it goes like that. Then the text itself, it has to be in italic format. So let's add here and say italic. Let's see, italic. It's like this, what the person just say. And then in case if it is too much, I don't want to even bother people with the reading, I can add some dot, and then I can add one more stuff here, that is a link property. The link, it's coming from React Router DOM, this one, and it has a property. Let's first say here read more. We have to click, then it will show the rest of the comment. After click, the rest of the comment will go up. This one we are going to learn about it. So it has a two property. We are going to first of all, don't pass it anywhere, just in the form, or we cannot use this one even. We can just use our simple on click to do this one, that is button like this. but the type is going to be of button, but the text is going to be blue or 600, and then the type itself here, type is going to be button. Yes, you don't want anything else. So when I click here, I can read more. Okay, so that's the first in the mobile view. Control Shift, you can see here it's going to be like this, but let's try to give them some background. So the background for this comment here, let's see where it end. Okay, it end here. So first of all, it will have a bg property of f5 hash f5 close it. It's not white, but somehow related to white. So if you do like this, you are getting it, but it has to be outside the comment button, which is up there. That means sorry, in our this one here, this comment here, have to push it outside. So push this one out of that. Now when we save, go back, try to check, this is what we are getting, and then we have to give some margin up there to push it also. So the margin from this one here to here, ty of 2, margin of top and bottom should be 4. Give space down, and each comment should have the space also down. So if you go like this, you see, then each comment should have a space. We're going to fetch the comment from the database. So let's see, where is the comment itself? Started where there is image, then this one. So here is the margin y, top and bottom should be 4. Then by doing this, it's going to be margin bottom here. Margin top and bottom is going to be margin top instead of margin y. Add this one to t like this, and then we are ready to go and see everything. You see, now assuming if I just paste this one down and try to see the second comment, the second comment will be likely from this one here. So if I see here, it end here. If I highlight this one up to h1 here, and then down here I just shift and the alt down and have the copy of this one. Just try to confirm. You can see the second comment just follow here. You see, it's good that you can just have a comment take this one form on top. Once you are ready, you just put your comment, or you just read here. After you read all the comments you're interested, you just put the form down. Sometimes maybe you have hundreds of comments, you want all of them to be showing there, and maybe you have to put some button like reply. When you click on reply, it will just take you directly to the form whereby you can put your name, you can say something about the news which is happening here, and then it will list. So this one is going to depend on the design they will give you or what you feel it's okay for you. So the next, we are going to add that form for the comment. I prefer to add it on top, and at the bottom is okay. Let's go. So down here we are going to have a comment form. Any question? How many minutes, Isaac?
9 minutes, sir.
Okay, comment underscore form. You need to add one more component. The component is getting much, guys, just bear with me. That's the situation I have to pass through. So here let's add one comment form, comment dash form. Just teach you guys the folders and the routing. So using that one, we are going to have our form there. Let's just call it comment dash form, just to make the things works for you. So we have the refc, and then control D, then we need to take this form there. So the form is be taken into a comment section. Where is the comment section here? Comments. Okay, down here I can pass this form like this. We are done. So let's see the form. Down here I have something. Maybe we can pass the instruction first of all. Okay, the instruction will be like insulting what is not allowed, lowering of 10 just for instruction. And then after that we are going to pass a form directly. Within our form we will have the same thing. We just need the name first and the last name, and then the comment. We need 3 inputs. Okay, so we can just do it like this. We are going to make this form even grid for us. This form here we start by adding the class. Remember, it's HTML element, everything is possible. So it's going to be of grid, but from M and above we just define it grid of columns dash or 2 for this one. But we prefer to add class to div. Sorry, let's classify this by div. Just here let's add one div here, then let's paste it, and then have a class replace with this one. Then within this one here we can have the input here directly. No need to have the label. Let's have the input. The first input is going to be text. It's having a placeholder. It's going to say first name. Then we can have the copy of this one, shift alt, this one shift alt 1 2, and then the last one is going to be a text area, like this, text area, like this. It's not a set close. Let's close it back there. Then after type text first name, there's going to be message. It's going to be type your comment, here. Then you put 1 2 3 triple dot. After you type your comment there, you have to add some property of columns and rows. Okay, the rows is going to be how many rows? Let's make it just 10 is bigger last time. Let's make it 5. Then for the case of column is automatic. Let's see what are we gonna get. Down here we are getting, you see, it is good. So let's put it side by side so that we can style it very good. So the form itself should have a class name there. You can have a bg dash over hash f5 move it back and save. No, let it be, yeah, white like this is good. And then let's have the space here first of all. Cn, just add the space before we go. Space of 4. You can make the text please. Text dash of 2xl. That is instruction. Then within the input I'm going to style all of them at once. 1 2, even text area. So cn, we have one class name. We have a background of white. Let's see this one. The background doesn't make difference. They will have background of gray of 300, lighter 200. Okay, then they will have a margin property of top and bottom of 2 separate from each other. They will have a padding property of 2 each. They will be rounded of dash median, and then next thing, the outline need to be removed. Just go alt and then this one alt. Then we can say the outline property of none. Now if you just do it like this, we are almost there. So you guys can see it remain only gap. So how to add gap? The gap is added directly to our grid system here, but also you can add from that one. It's not only for grid, but you can add from wherever you want. Gap, and then now if you check it like this, we have get space, and then we have that background which is not that really what we want, but we're gonna keep it. Let's give just padding to that background, the first background we gave. So the first background was up here, the F5 FR5. So let's just give it a padding of 4, so it can wrap everything and separate for us. So now if we try to check here, you see the outline, everything is there, but this one is not taking the full screen because everything here is taking 1. So the grid is going to be for 2, and the other one I will just pull it out of the grid system, meaning like this. Instead of passing 1, 2, 3 all into grid, I can just pull this one out of that. This one I can pull it out of that by bringing it outside here, and then I say here in the mobile view it will seem like it get problem, but here I will see. And then let's say the width should be full for this one. Let's see whether it will go all around it full. Let's add width property here. Width dash should take the whole screen. Now that one was taken, and if I go back, you can see we have this nice text area, and then nice that one. Okay, then next thing I have to put comment button. That button will just be down here. It's going to be black. It's going to be submit.
So the class is about to end.
How many minutes?
Right now.
Right now is ending.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So something small, and then we add the nav bar, so we are not able to finish. No issue. The rest will be tomorrow, and then we move directly to our configuration of the CMS. Okay, thanks.